Hello everyone, welcome to episode 201 of Report This Post, the podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name is Geiger and that is Christian.
Clean your room.
And we're your hosts with the posts. Every week, Christian, myself, or a listener select a different topic, and then we find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. And this week's topic, as chosen by a listener named James, is Dr. Jordan B. Peterson.
That's right.
The esteemed professor
yeah,
from the great white north.
Retired professor, yeah.
Is he retired officially?
Yes, officially retired.
Because he's taking a show on the road, I believe. He's now, can you tell me a little bit real quick before we move on with the show? Who exactly is Dr. Jordan B. Peterson? He's all the rage, and all the kids are talking. All the young white kids are talking about this guy online.
Yeah, I'd love to. This is from the simple English Wikipedia. Jordan Bernt, B-E-R-N-T, Peterson.
What?
Born June 12th, 1962, is a Canadian clinical psychologist and a retired professor of psychology at the University of Toronto. He studies abnormal social and personality psychology. He is interested in the psychology of religious and ideological belief. Peterson has criticized political correctness, Marxism, and postmodernism.
Yeah.
Peterson has said that the climate change thing for me is a contentious issue because you can't trust the players. However, he does believe climate change to be an issue. So, hey, silver lining here on this guy. And that's literally the entire thing on him on Simple English Wikipedia. So.
Well, apparently there's quite a bit of other things about this fella out there that we'll discuss more in this episode. He's popping up on my Twitter feed left and right. Everyone keeps talking about. And hey, speaking of folks that keep popping up on my Twitter feed, despite my trying to avoid them, we have a special guest joining us today. You know him from the podcast called Podcast About List. His name is Caleb.
That's the intro you give me? I post like once every 3 weeks, and that's the intro that you give me.
It's really uninviting when those posts pop up.
Unbelievable. I'm so happy to be here, guys. I can't wait to talk about JBP. I mean, one of the defining figures in the world, I would say.
Yeah. Now, you specifically want to talk about him. You follow his 12 simple rules for dating my hot fake lip daughter, whatever the hell his life philosophy is called.
That's actually mad disrespectful. It's 12 rules for life.
Okay.
It's rules for, I think it's like order in a world of chaos or something.
Yeah. All right, well, let's hear those 12 rules. Go.
Okay, so it's clean your room. That's number one. I remember that.
That's the big one.
Only raw hamburger patties every single meal, and maybe an egg yolk for dessert if you're like a cheat day.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. No fingering. Fingering is fingering is only you can't feel your fingers. It's like, bitch, what are you just doing for me? Right?
That's a good point.
Am I on 4 or 3?
Sure. Yep.
Yep. Let's say 7.
Okay, so that's 7.
Let's get close to the end of this.
I think we said it was 7. I think it was 7 rules, right?
7 rules for life.
Regardless, the other ones are kind of just restating that kind of thing. I think he also says you're supposed to. He either says you're supposed to have a cat, or it's okay to eat a cat.
Okay.
I really don't remember.
How you interpret it is a little, however you take it in.
I should look at these again. I need to brush up on the rules, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, we'll probably get to them in this episode. But
yeah.
Caleb's joining us. We're here to talk about Dr. Jordan B. Peterson from the University of Toronto. I, for the first time This is just the guy who's been popping up left and right. I never really gave a shit. Like so many characters online, you just see their names and their faces, and they all just sort of blend together. But for the first time ever, like 2 weeks ago, I had to build a bunk bed for my beautiful children from IKEA. And I decided I'm just going to listen to Jordan B. Peterson on the Joe Rogan Experience while I was doing that. It was a 4-hour episode.
Oh, yeah. I've listened to every single one of them. He's a frequent guest.
And
Jerry.
Well, here's what I told this to Christian. I didn't find him to be as stupid as I thought he would be, but because he's actually like he's clearly not. Like he knows how to think and stuff, but he also seems very insane about certain topics. He was talking about climate change, as you mentioned, Christian. He was saying like we can't define climate change because we don't know what climate is or something like that.
He
like
always
like,
has some very weird like pedantic reason for being kind of against something that like the Washington Post thinks is correct.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, we can't. How can we say how the climate changes if how do you define what climate is? I was like, well, I think we figured that one out a while ago. But I guess if you just say, well, no, we didn't, then I guess touche.
We may never know. It's just so hard to say. Oh, that it does make you sound smart though when you say stuff is like, but you know what? We'll just never know the answer to that question.
Yeah,
like,
but what if and then you just do the eyebrows, and then Joe is just sort of he's in his own little world, hanging out.
He rules.
Yeah, we'll have him on the show soon.
Yeah, you need to.
We're working on it.
I feel like Jordan Peterson is he's clearly very smart about like psychology shit. Mm-hmm. But because he got so popular off of all that stuff, I think he's kind of tried to expand his empire. Where he's like, and now I have no training in anything else, but I'll be smart about food and climate change and making your daughter just the most sexual bitch in the world. And I don't know. I feel like that's usually what gets him into trouble. Is he talks about shit that he doesn't really know all that much about.
That does seem to be the crux of it. Is that he's a renowned psychiatrist. Everything outside of that is where he gets in trouble. Like literally everything. So that's cool.
And he seems to have an opinion or two about cancel culture, from what I can tell.
We'll get into that for sure.
We will definitely get into that. Now, before we get into the posts that we found online regarding Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, Christian, I believe our listener James, who chose this topic, did he explain to us why he chose this topic?
Sure did. So what James did is he went to the shop and purchased this topic for his friend Cody as a Christmas present. And when he gave it to Cody, Cody supposedly said that he wanted us to cover Jordan B. Peterson for some reason. Just say he idolizes him or something. So
by God, you can purchase topics on this show. Oh, and how much is that going to run you? $3,000 or $4,000, I'd imagine.
At this point, it really probably should. For some of the shit we covered.
Yeah, considering this was purchased in Christmas, and so that means there's been 27 episodes since then. We are currently booking episode topics for January because we just let people buy every single topic. It's less work for us, which is the most important thing. Mm-hmm. And the reason we do that is because we enjoy when people give us money. When you head over to reportthispost.com, you smash that buy the topic button. You can just go ahead and get a topic, or hey, for some of you folks, you're listening on our Patreon right now, patreon.com/reportthispost. When you sign up at the mod level, $10 a month, you stay a patron for 3 months. Then you get to choose an episode topic. You join at the admin level, $25 a month. You can choose an episode topic after 2 months. It's a great deal. It's a steal for twice the price. But we offer it for considerably less, and we are happy to do so because, well, we're a big fan of our patrons.
And their wallet.
Caleb's one of our patrons, if I recall correctly.
I think I either am currently, or maybe my wife took a little. Maybe my Patreon spending was getting a little out of control.
Well, that's
and perhaps
fine.
perhaps she saw a report this post. She said, "What the fuck is this?" and may have canceled it.
Like you can only subscribe to 5 racist podcasts a month.
Yeah, I think you guys maybe were the 6th.
Yeah, I get that. That's fine.
You got to keep your budget in check. It's fine.
Yeah, I got to keep my bitch in check. Tell you that much.
Well,
I should.
Brother.
They said you're done, but I didn't. I got too scared.
Just telling your wife you're done.
Yeah,
good bit. Let us know how it works out.
I love it.
Hey, speaking of a good bit, how about we read posts?
Okay, sounds good to me. So, Dr. Peterson is a Canadian citizen, which explains why he's so damn smart with that fresh air up there. Well, earlier this year, his smoke show daughter got married in the United States, and her grandfather couldn't come, supposedly due to COVID restrictions. Okay. To express his frustrations, JBP tweeted, "I'm at my daughter's wedding in California, and I will never forgive Justin Trudeau that my father is not here because of your utterly unconscionable, unconstitutional, and vindictive travel ban." A guy named @PlanetMonkey replied, "I have the same problem with my son's wedding this November. Justin Trudeau separates family." My Jake 30 responded, "Nope, it's you. Easy solution, get vaxxed. Millions have, and they are fine." So that's what it is. Jordan Peterson's dad did not want to get the jab. And a guy named Aaron Hoyland added to the conversation with, "The Canadian Prime Minister is not responsible for U.S. border policy. I can't believe I have to say this."
Well, it seems like he's...
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he seems to be his own mini... dictator up there from what I'm
Oh yeah,
online.
Peterson is anything he said about Justin Trudeau is completely correct. That is one of the other things where he's like a complete expert on. This he's like the biggest bitch in the world. Nobody likes him.
Mr. Trudeau?
Yeah.
Well, especially with his new haircut. What's going on there? Does anyone know what's going on there?
Did somebody get a new haircut? He got rid of the shag?
He got rid of the afro? Come on.
Hey, whoa.
Come on.
Oh, he's doing a little Clooney thing. Okay.
Some people have compared it to Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. That's
he looks like he's mentally disabled a little bit. Which is okay in Canada.
So he's getting ready for the next thing to break. The next bombshell. The 8th blackface scandal is coming out.
Yeah. Boy, we did a Canada episode, didn't we? And I think we touched on Mr. Trudeau's exploits, his shoe polish past. And do you think these two guys be 2 peas in a pod? Old JPB and Trudeau. They both are want to cancel culture for various reasons.
That's right.
They're stronger together than
separate. They should focus on their common ground there.
Yeah, the SJWs come after them both. I found this. This is a comment. It was on a compilation on YouTube titled "Cumtown Jordan Peterson."
Great.
Where a Nick Mullen basically just does impressions of Dr. Peterson for 15 minutes. Lots of upvotes and positive comments on that one. But I found this comment by a gentleman named Mike S. "Okay, Ethan Klein followers. I thought you guys were cool. I even subbed for you. Not anymore. This man is amazing if you grow up some and listen. You lame kids will never go far in life, but making jokes about something you don't understand." And a gentleman named Noah Botex responded, "I'm gay." So
I will say this guy does win, I think, in the long run for calling people who listen to Come Down Ethan Klein.
That's a pretty I was trying to figure out where he got the stretch from, but calling people fans of that, just grouping them in underneath, that's a pretty good burn.
Just being so, also probably just being like so schizophrenic he just can't even keep stuff straight anymore. He wins. This guy saying he's gay, he's gonna be like, okay, good. He's gonna respond like in earnest and be like, actually, I think that's okay, despite what you may think from my posts up to this point.
Yeah, I think it's actually great that you're gay.
Yeah.
And
go ahead. That's none of my business. I think that should be up to the states.
If the guy said, "I'm Adolf Hitler," he'd be like, you know what? Hey, man, don't agree with everything, but
again, it should be the states' rights decision. If you want to be Hitler, it's not my. I should have no part of that.
How many Jews are you going to kill? Well, let's let the states. That's why we have these legislatures in place, you know.
Yeah, let's let Greg Abbott make a ruling on that before I touch it.
Greg Abbott from Texas. For those who aren't aware,
I don't know. I don't. I just said
sure
that.
That's
I
true.
just couldn't even think of a governor. That was the only governor I could think of. Who's
Off the dome. Off the dome.
You know, listen. If you guys can believe it, my life does not involve much like knowing about the world these days.
That's the way to be, brother.
Boy, a gun to my head to list 5 governors would be bye. That's old
Current
me.
governors, that's tough.
Any governors? Spell the word governor? Forget it. None of it's going to happen.
That is a tough one too, though.
You know what? I definitely could spell governor. I'm not so sure about gubernatorial.
Yeah, that was always they've been goofy with that one for a long time. I don't know what they were thinking.
Foo-foo.
Good.
Just call it state president. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Just state president or state mayor. One or the other. None of this in between bullshit.
Yeah.
Right, Christian?
Yeah. Let me enter the discourse around governors for sure. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll get back to this post in a second, but first, this episode of Report This Post is brought to you by Manscaped. It's officially summertime, and everybody talks about looking good for the warmer months, but few have the balls to do it. Well, it's time to nut up or shut up and take the easiest step to looking sexy this summer by using Manscaped. Now, Manscaped's Ultra Smooth package makes sure you have the proper care for down there, and their Boxers 2.0 gives you the perfect stage to show off the new look.
That's right. These products may make you look hot, but your cleanly shaved nether regions will keep you cool, and the Boxer 2.0 patented jewel pouch trademark technology will keep your boys from turning any beach day into a swamp day. The Ultra Smooth package is a specialized 3-step groin shaving kit to help you buff, protect, and smooth your most sensitive areas. I'm talking crop shaver razor, crop exfoliator, and crop gel. This kit is the perfect polish to make your family jewels shine. Hey, step 1, fellas, slap on the crop exfoliator, which can help reduce the risk of ingrown hairs in your delicate places and is infused with ingredients that can soothe, clear, and keep the skin on and around your groin feeling refreshed. Step 2, apply the crop gel so you can see where you're shaving with their unique clear shaving gel just for the groin. It's called your delicate area for a reason. This is one place you do not want to go into blind. And step 3, whacked those weeds with the crop shaver, which was designed for shaving the groin area with confidence. This razor has 3 precision blades, which include extra wide lubricating strips and a pivoting head for the ultimate groin grooming experience. Horrible phrase. All 3 of these vegan, cruelty-free, and sulfate-free products are included, so you know your manhood is in good hands and without compromise.
Once you have your hog in prize-worthy condition, grab yourself a pair of the Manscaped Boxers 2.0. Now, these are ultra-soft, moisture-wicking, cooling, anti-chafing masterpieces fit for a king and made for your royal scepter. Get 20% off plus free shipping using the code REPORT20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping using the code REPORT20 at manscaped.com. There are so few perfect summer days. Don't let hot, sweaty balls ruin them. Stay fresh, clean, and smelling good with Manscaped.
Hey, someone went to Cora to ask, does Jordan B. Peterson lie a lot? And a gentleman named John Parr answered, you should be asking yourself why people are lining up to malign him. Wherever you go, people always try to ride on the tail of the great. Many critics make themselves taller by cutting off the heads of others. While checking Jordan's critics, ask yourself, are they trying to tear something down, or are they trying to build something better? Even though Jordan actually openly invites recent criticism of his work so that what emerges is stronger, the bulk of criticism is unreasoned and often based on seemingly intentional misrepresentations. The multitude of Jordan's critics, for whatever motive, try to tear him down personally, to devalue but not only his work, and hopefully leave nothing of value behind, and then blame Jordan for the lies they tell. Anyone who has contended with serious life issues will quickly recognize that Jordan's work is serious first aid for a soul bleeding from all of the lies.
That's facts, dude.
Yeah.
Spitting fire there. Just
I mean, I will say, like, I feel like I'm right on the edge of being probably stupid enough to be like really into Jordan Peterson. I think in college I was like curious about him, and so I listened to like some YouTube videos or something.
Yeah.
And I told my wife about it. I was like, "Yeah, I listened to Jordan Peterson. He's actually like pretty compelling guy." I listened to a 6-hour lecture where he talks about the Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "What was his point about the Lion King?" And I was like, I honestly don't
I'm going to have to come back to you on that one. Hold on a second.
I think his point was maybe the Scar was the bad lion.
Like, well, hold on. I got to watch a 7-hour breakdown of that 6-hour video. Then I can give you some crib notes.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I realized. Maybe he's just, he's good at slipping anecdotes in enough to pad time. But he's not
Next time I fly to Australia, I'll be able to tell you exactly why.
I'll listen to it twice. Or one time on half speed.
Why Rafiki was actually the real hero of the Lion King.
The hyenas were actually the good guys.
You may not realize this.
Boy, Whoopi Goldberg and Cheech.
Yep,
man, what a comedy duo that we never
knew we needed. I don't know. I mean, I get the guy's thing here, but until the end, it seems like a worthwhile thing about Jordan Peterson, and then at the end, it's just like his words are serious first aid for a soul bleeding.
It's kind of exactly what Jordan Peterson shit is, where it's like you're like, okay, this sounds pretty smart, and then he'll like throw in some metaphor or something, where he's like, he's casting himself as like a Spartan warrior with arrows raining down on his. It's like, all right, you're talking about Frozen, dude. Let's calm down a little bit.
It's so funny coming from a guy who has like a grass allergy.
I have to check what the dew point is before going outside. Otherwise, I could really have a breakup.
Clearly, God has been trying to kill him for like 10 years, and he just keeps fucking inching further into his shit life.
God, but he's rolling in it.
But man, he's doing great.
I'll tell you what, his most I found out through when I was looking up stuff about him, he's actually started smoking marijuana.
Really?
To get off of his benzo thing. And some of his I found many posts. I don't have one in front of me right now, but I found many posts on the Jordan Peterson subreddit of people questioning his decision to engage in degeneracy by treating his autoimmune disease with weed.
Cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting mix of fans he has. The anti-degenerate guys are very funny because they're spending 28 hours a day just on the computer, which is far more degenerate than pretty much any other actual degenerate activities that someone like Peterson or his enemies may engage in. Like, they're destroying their brains far more than any drug.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not watching porn, but they're playing StarCraft for 22 hours straight so that they have something to do while Jordan Peterson talking about Veggie Tales goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, they're hands-free busting while watching an 8-hour YouTube compilation of Jordan Peterson stuff just because they can't control themselves. Cool.
Well, here's a tweet that went viral. So Jordan Peterson wrote a book called 12 Rules for Life, and then immediately got hooked on benzos and nearly died, and then popped back up saying he's got 12 more rules. LMAO, thanks bro, but I think I'm good. So, I don't know, it was like 80,000 faves on that one. But a gentleman named Brian, who is a noted Peterson fan, responded with this. I'm chuckling at what fellow keyboard warriors are saying. The stunning wit and repartee being exhibited, the usage of flaccid epithets, these subtle signals of the virtuous shining bright so those of like minds can see and bathe in the glow of empty thought. Y'all should read a book.
Owned.
I mean,
truly
hard to argue with Brian.
Searing pont.
repartee
right there. Yeah, when you
Yeah.
when you
It's
plop
being
a
exhibited
repartee in there, forget it.
Yeah.
Can't even say it.
Serious
It's too
repartee.
brilliant.
Not. He should have put not at the end. Then it would have been actually pretty funny.
Just
Yeah.
quote tweeting that guy and then just putting not. And God, how pissed off would that guy be?
The stunning wit and repartee being exhibited. Not.
It's an I'm not mad comment. It's like a classic.
Yeah.
I'm not actually mad. I think this whole thing is funny, but I'm going to really just over-explain the situation. My side of it.
You can picture him pacing in the room of his apartment, trying to think of what to respond to that with.
Just grinding his teeth together. So upset that
It's
the
like
good
rubbing
doctor
his hands, just I gotta say something. Say something.
Running his fingers through his very, very thin hair that starts way back on the top of
That's
his head.
normal.
That's nothing wrong with that. Some people have thin or less hair.
Yeah. And that's completely okay. You know?
Some say it's actually even sexier, from what I've
It's not
read.
like being a full-ride freak.
Well,
It's just
okay, that's all.
unfixable. Unfixable, just shit life those people must lead.
being a four-haired freak is way better, of course.
Dude, the Homer
hairs.
Simpson thing, is much better.
I've thought about that, but also my hair has started turning gray, so it's just invisible.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you have you would have the Homer Simpson hair if you actually grew it out, just the three lines up there.
Probably, yeah.
That would be. I think that's a cool look.
I think it's pretty powerful.
Well,
I've seen other podcast guys do it. Could be good for
not
the
sure
career.
what that means.
Man, Caleb, when we were talking before the show, you said you did find some posts. Did you want to read one here?
Yeah, mine are pretty shitty.
Good.
Well, that's
But
perfect. That's kind of the whole point of the goddamn show.
I just only searched on the Jordan Peterson subreddit. I searched a couple of things. I told you I searched black. There wasn't as many good ones.
Just black.
Yeah, it was a lot more earnest posts under that one than I thought. And then I searched like different. I searched like gay family. I searched weed, and then gay family. It was like my son came out as gay to our family, but I hoped it would be like my gay family doesn't understand that
Right, yeah.
Jordan Peterson or whatever.
My
but then
gay family, like just you have an entire family that's gay, and you're the straight one.
I thought more of an angsty way, like my gay family.
My
hates-
entire family sat me down and came out to me as gay.
Well, I also what I was really hoping for was there was maybe like some kid who lives in the Pacific Northwest whose parents are like very like liberal, but he's becoming like a Jordan Peterson conservative type. But I couldn't find that. I did find a kid who said that he's such a genius that he's like, oh, fuck, I lost this post, but it was like it's like 1,500 words about how he's so high in openness and conscientiousness that he became one of the top 0.2% players of Fortnite.
God damn, man, that's good.
And it was tagged as a letter to Jordan Peterson because apparently they used this subreddit as an open forum. But anyway, I searched South Park and I saw, and there's one post titled "South Park for a Man in the UK." It says, "Just wondering, how do you guys feel about the '90s TV show South Park?" Yeah, it's like 3 comments. One is one of the all-time greats, and then still relevant and still groundbreaking, and then often funny and clever, sometimes vulgar just because. With these people, I think have the right idea about South Park.
Still relevant and
Yeah.
still.
And often vulgar just because. Kind of unnecessary vulgarity.
The 90s TV show.
90s TV show South.
That's not what I would. Oh my God! It's still going on. You can't call it that if it's still
over
going
22
on.
years past the 90s.
Guys, have any of you seen this? It's this science fiction fantasy movie. It's called Star Wars.
It's from the 70s.
It's a kind of an obscure genre. It's not for everybody. But if you guys have heard of it,
Space
70s
opera.
movie Star Wars. You familiar with
some
the
of you guys
70s
are
program?
younger, maybe don't know about this film. Ask your parents about it. Well, that's
Movie that
cool.
came out 20 years before they were born. Yep.
Has there been a Jordan Peterson on South Park thing? I think he's a fan of The Simpsons, from what I believe he's been on there.
He's been on The Simpsons?
I think I saw.
We'll get to that. We'll get.
Is there? Oh, is it in these notes? Okay, you're right. I know I saw it somewhere. I guess it was in the notes for the show that we're doing right now. Cool. Well, speaking of the subreddit, Christian.
Yeah, this one's from over there at the Jordan Peterson subreddit. I took my girlfriend to see Jordan Peterson, and it did not go well as I hoped. We're both 19 years old. When I began to see how important Dr. Peterson had become in my life, I started to try to get my girlfriend interested, but she did not seem very interested. When we would hang out, I would try to get her to listen to Dr. Peterson's lectures, but it always seemed like a chore or like she really didn't want to. I found it really frustrating because that's so inspiring for me. Eventually, I stopped putting them on because I would hear her and see her sigh in an exaggerated way when I would put YouTube on with his lectures. Not long ago, it was coming up on our anniversary, and we had a nice dinner at a seafood place we both really like. I got us tickets to see Dr. Peterson speak. I had hoped that would be better than the videos. She seemed excited to go, and we had a nice night together. The next day, we didn't talk, which is normal these days with school and stuff. I sent her a text message the day after, and she didn't respond, which I thought was weird. A few days later, she finally sent me a long email. She said that she wanted some space and that she needed to think. That things were changing and that they weren't the same as they were. She actually blamed Dr. Peterson for changing me, which is true, but I thought I changed for the better. That I wasn't fun anymore, and that she said that she wanted to see other people, and she wasn't sure I was the person she wanted to be with forever in a relationship. That isn't all, though. I talked to a mutual friend of ours, and she told me some things really candidly. Our friend said that after seeing Jordan Peterson in person, my girlfriend was really weirded out. Because I cried a little bit there, and there were other men crying too. What do I do? How do I fix this and get my girlfriend to be okay with Dr. Peterson? And user You Done Goofed 1 replied, "You are being dumped because you are prioritizing an internet personality over your actual relationship."
Yeah. Yes. Yep. A tale as old as time on the Report This Post podcast. Someone not sure why their girlfriend is breaking up with them because of their stupid-ass hobby that they have.
They explain it in 5 paragraphs exactly why.
Yeah, I also think the
don't
idea... I think the idea of going out for dinner for your anniversary and then presenting your girlfriend who already does not enjoy Jordan Peterson with tickets for his an upcoming speaking
Here's
engagement.
the problem. You're 19 years old going out to dinner for an anniversary. You're not
Definitely
48 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. At a seafood place.
This is a guy who
wearing a full 100% wearing a full suit.
Absolutely. He hit the Men's Warehouse as soon as he picked up 12 Rules for Life.
Yeah,
Behind all the discount stuff.
He saw like a repeat of like step by step of like how to like woo a girl. He was just like, okay, seafood. Oh, seafood is the sophisticated. I'm gonna eat seafood. I'm gonna impress her with that. Yeah, and they're drinking grape juice at a Red Lobster.
He fucking mows lawns for a living. They're just buying the salad bar. And then he's like, I did spend $480 for ground floor tickets to see Dr. Jordan Peterson talk about Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
6 hours.
So I'd be close enough so that he could see me weeping.
Yeah.
Because I was so touched by everything he was saying. God damn, man.
Rough future for this little guy here. Yeah. Well, on that same topic, there's another one from our Jordan Peterson. Anyone else's family make fun of them for never having a girlfriend?
This is what I was looking for with gay family. I thought this is what I would get.
It's mostly my extended family, but sometimes my mom and siblings too. I'm 27 and I've never had a relationship for more than a month. I'm not that unattractive and I make a lot of money, but I have no friends and no hope. I have tried hobbies and never gotten good or made friends. I know what people will say, how it's difficult to accomplish, but if I work hard, eventually I could make friends and get a girlfriend. But I never will. I'm too depressed. I just want to die.
God damn.
Another user said, hey, how about you use the app Tinder? To which the OP said, I've tried, never getting matches. And then another guy said, well, then try the subreddit R Tinder. They give you ideas to improve your profile. To which the OP said, yeah, I get matched with fat women on Bumble, but I don't want to go out with them. I don't have friends or pictures of myself doing fun things with people because I'm a miserable, suicidal loner.
See, this is actually the kind of guy who does need Jordan Peterson so badly. It's also so funny whenever people say, yeah, I use the dating apps and I just never get matches. And they're like, really? It's like, well, I get fat people. But I don't even really count that.
Yeah. I'm picturing this guy's profile. Again, you got the suit that's a couple sizes too big on him.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have the what's the modern equivalent of the fedora? Because that's kind of a dated reference. But there's
Trilby.
No, people don't wear hats like that. I feel like it's gone way more into the dressing like Tucker, maybe a bow tie.
Yeah, bow tie.
Yeah, the statement piece. Yeah,
yeah, a bow tie or like something like that, like a handkerchief, like pocket protector area.
I'm gonna go out. This is a little off the reservation. But I'm gonna go. He has a cane in some of the like a decorative cane where he's just leaning on it,
like an ornate dragon sculpture.
Yeah.
It's clear upon closer inspection, it's a katana from the mall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's that definitely turns into a sword for sure.
Of course.
One day, I think the Walker would be that'll be a cool look. You think?
You think so?
Yeah. And then you pull it out, and it's actually 4 swords on each handle. You just start swinging it around wildly.
That's genius.
Just a 23-year-old kid with a Walker.
Yeah. Well, if they're under 80, you're just assuming it's swords. You don't even see a Walker; you just see 4 swords.
I will defend
my katanas with lightsaber handles too. By the way.
Oh yeah, now we're going somewhere.
Now we're getting some
sick.
real pussy getting motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
A straight up $200 from the mall, that weird Asian store in the mall that just always stinks like incense.
I don't think any Asian stores are weird, but all right.
Well, excuse me.
I think they're normal actually.
I wouldn't even go out of my way to specify they were Asian.
Just that normal store in the mall.
Yeah.
That regular all that regular stuff.
That
like
regular
tiger penis pills. Yep, that regular store. I do have a suggestion for this guy. If he's a miserable suicidal loner, just start DMing women on Twitter, and that'll help.
You're gonna say kill yourself.
Well, no. Now do the Twitter thing first, and then kill yourself.
Suicidal loner.
Well, Christian's done one of those so far, and it's going great.
Yeah, we'll see if the second step of my plan works out here pretty soon.
Nice. Unless you go to patreon.com.
Yeah, start using that as a threat.
Report this post.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and sign up. Keep the show going, folks. You don't want to miss it.
All right, we're going to stop right here because we're going to finish the rest of this episode over on patreon.com/reportthispost. That's right. If you enjoyed this first 20-ish to 30-ish minutes of the episode, you'll be happy to know that there's about an hour extra of this one over there on patreon.com/reportthispost. Head over there, and all you got to do is subscribe for $5 a month. You'll get every single full episode with dozens of more posts a month, plus an additional bonus episode every single week. Unbelievable. This is literally millions of posts that we read on the air every single month. Possibly billions. I have not counted. In fact, I can't count. I'm actually illiterate as well. But irregardless, patreon.com/reportthispost, and we'll see you over there, and God bless.